The Lotus F1 team is based in Oxfordshire in England. We're about 540 people and we take part in the FIA Formula One World Championship. We travel to the 20 races each year and about 800 million people watch each race live. We're undergoing a business transformation program. We're aiming for the 2014 championship. We want to be in a position to win that World Championship. We're investing in people, in technology, and we really need to improve our processes. And so we evaluated 13 ERP platforms before we made our decision. We worked with the Gartner Magic Quadrant and we worked with the Gartner analyst to have a look at what was out there, what was best for our business. And we ranked them, evaluated them, and without a doubt Microsoft Dynamics was top of the list. We are very good people, but very often they're working on intuition, they're working on their experience, they're not working on the information that's actually at hand. So the management information that they need in order to decide whether they should make a particular part, use a particular material, what's the impact on the budget, and what will that then affect later in the season. What Microsoft Dynamics AX will give us is that information that we will then be able to make the car quicker. We operate under a resource restriction agreement. We operate in a global economic situation that's not the best. We're competing for funds with 12 other Formula One teams. And so those teams who spend their money the most wisely, they're the ones who are going to succeed. And Dynamics is really going to fit in perfectly there. Traditionally, when the aerodynamics team had finished with something, they would pass it to design. When they finish it, they'd pass it to manufacturing. And sometimes manufacturing are making parts that design or aerodynamics have already found an upgrade to. That's a huge waste of resource. And with the dashboards that we're going to get from Microsoft Dynamics AX, we will not see that loss of productivity. %40 of our workforce work regularly away from the factory. And yet we have to make them VPN all the way back into the factory in England. I think that's crazy. The more I can put in the cloud safely, the quicker they can get the information they need, the quicker they can make decisions. HR at the moment is completely separate to our ERP system, and that really is a disadvantage for us because we don't capture the skill sets. And so when we bring in new machines, we don't always know where the best operators are going to come from. We want to bring all of our human resources into the ERP system, and that's the opportunity that Microsoft Dynamics AX is going to give us. We are an R&D house, essentially. If you think about a Formula One car, 25,000 drawings to find the car, and you can see the investment that Microsoft is putting into the R&D on the product. And we've got to keep innovating, we've got to keep changing, and that's where we see the advantage with Microsoft. Formula One teams are pretty much all competing for the same sponsors and technical partners. What CRM will give us is a central portal that we can put all of that information into in order to retain our sponsors, because the contracts come to an end, and if the other teams are doing a better job, you may well lose them. Microsoft Dynamics AX was the number one, the clear number one in our assessment that we did, and we're getting to implement it. So I'm very happy and very relieved, and I believe that we are really going to help the team in this challenge for 2014.